Lewis Hamilton responds to Valtteri Bottas' message after Australian GP battle. Hamilton was left shaking after a stunning qualifying display in Melbourne that saw him steal top spot from Bottas. The Mercedes driver set a new track record in Melbourne, and then beat it again, as stormed ahead of the field. Will start in pole for the first race of the season proper tomorrow, with Bottas second. And the Mercedes pair are relishing their battle already this season. Bottas posted a picture on Instagram of the pair embracing along with the caption, "Close battle for the pole with Lewis Hamilton. He had the upper hand in the end, today smile as a team blown away for the performance we had. Can't wait for tomorrow." Hamilton then reposted Bottas' picture, adding, "Awesome job man. This will be a fun battle." While Hamilton and Bottas enjoy their clash at the top, Sebastian Vettel will hope to muscle in after finishing third. Red Bull's Max Verstappen is fourth, while Ferrari new boy and teammate of Vettel 21-year-old Charles Leclerc is fifth. Hamilton was fastest in all practice sessions and was buzzing to be back in action. "I'm shaking, it was so close out there," he said. "From testing we had no idea where we would be. We were hoping to be where we are. Valtteri did an exceptional job. It was very close." Bottas said, "The first lap was very nice, I really enjoyed that. Not quite enough for pole unfortunately, but look forward to tomorrow." Vettel, whose Ferrari team had appeared to be quicker than Mercedes in the preseason testing, said, "The car feels all right. There is not anything wrong. Certainly surprised by the gap. I think everybody is, probably themselves. Yesterday we did not have a good day, today felt better but the gap was similar. There is some homework we need to do to understand. I still think we have a great car." Next news: Vettel, Ferrari car felt better in pre-season testing. Was certainly surprised with Mercedes' dominance in qualifying as he had to settle for a P3 start in Australia. Ferrari were the team to beat according to many after pre-season testing, but Lewis Hamilton followed up a practice hat-trick with an historic 8th pole position at the Albert Park circuit in the season opener. The Scuderia were a distant 7/10 off the pace in Q3, leaving Vettel in a state of shock. "I am certainly surprised, I think everybody is, probably even themselves," Vettel said after qualifying. "I think yesterday we didn't have a good day, and today felt better. But in terms of gap and pace it was very similar. For sure there is some homework for us to do to understand. I still think we have a great car. We should be better than this, so I am looking forward to tomorrow." Vettel then conceded that the SF90 felt better in Barcelona at testing than it has done so far in Australia. "We have probably something like 10-15 degrees more ambient temperature, a hotter track, and different circuit, so overall different conditions," he said. "But the car felt really good in testing and probably around here this weekend. So far it didn't feel as good yet. Yesterday was a difficult day for us, it was tricky. Today felt a bit better, but there is not an awful lot of time to try different things. You have to get on with it, sessions come fast, especially in qualifying you can't change much, if anything you get a better understanding of where you are losing out or where it feels uncomfortable." "For us there is a bit of a margin but certainly the gap is there today and was a surprise, we didn't expect it coming here. But now it is that way and we focus on tomorrow and don't worry about the gap now." Vettel went on to say that it is the corners that are proving troublesome for Ferrari. "I don't think the straight line is a problem as we are quite competitive down the straights, we are just losing in the corners," he added. "There are 16 corners around here and I think it is fairly evenly spread." probably by the looks of it, and so far it was more the lower and medium stuff, rather than the high speed, which also speaks for a strong car in general. I haven't got the balance yet that maybe I would like to have in the lower speed, and not the confidence and trust which again around here can make a big difference. Next news: qualifying. Hamilton beats Bottas to pole. Lewis Hamilton has come out on top in the first qualifying session of the season, beating teammate Valtteri Bottas to pole position. Bottas held provisional pole after the first run in Q3, but lost out in the end as Hamilton made up the time he lost after making a slight mistake at the first corner on his opening run. The Briton's fastest lap was a 1:20.486, which is a new track record for Albert Park. Sebastian Vettel was third fastest in the Ferrari, however the four-time world champion was 7/10 down on his rival. Max Verstappen was fourth and was the only Red Bull inside the top 10, as Pierre Gasly was caught out in Q1 by an improving track and is set to line up on tomorrow's grid in 17th. Charles Leclerc will start in 5th place for Ferrari, but was over a second down on Lewis Hamilton's pole-setting lap time. Haas won the opening qualifying battle for the best of the rest spot as it ended the session in 6th and 7th, with Romain Grosjean beating teammate Kevin Magnussen. Lando Norris was an impressive 8th for McLaren, as the rookie got the better of his experienced teammate Carlos Sainz. In fact, all three rookie drivers out-qualified their teammates on Saturday afternoon in Melbourne as Alexander Albon beat Daniil Kvyat at Toro Rosso, and George Russell out-qualified Robert Kubica, albeit for the final two spots on the grid. Kubica ran into a bit of trouble in Q3, hitting the wall at turn 10, which resulted in a puncture. Sainz and Stroll joined the two Williams and Gasly in the bottom 5. Both Renaults failed to make it into the final stage of qualifying, and local favorite Daniel Ricciardo was outdone by teammate Nico Hülkenberg, who got the better of the Australian by just 8. On his debut for Alfa Romeo, Kimi Räikkönen posted the 9th fastest time in Q3 and will line up on the 5th row of the grid on Sunday alongside Sergio Perez. Räikkönen's teammate Antonio Giovinazzi ended the session in 14th. Next news: McLaren announces partnership with Coca-Cola. McLaren has confirmed it has formed a partnership deal with Coca-Cola for the 2019 Formula One season. The deal comes after the success of a 3-race contract that was in place towards the end of the 2018 season, with Coca-Cola branding appearing on the McLaren car at the US, Mexican, Brazilian and Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. McLaren says that the deal will see it pair up with multiple Coca-Cola brands across different beverage categories. Throughout the upcoming year, Coca-Cola will develop consumer events, activities at the points of sale, online promotions, and communication. I'm proud that Coca-Cola, one of the most recognized consumer brands and supporters of sports fans in the world, has chosen to extend its partnership with our Formula One team, said McLaren CEO Zak Brown. There was a positive reaction to our 2018 debut as partners on the Formula One track, and I'm looking forward to us exploring the full potential of this partnership over the coming season. Ricardo Fort, Vice President, Sports and Entertainment Partnerships, Coca-Cola, added, "We are excited to extend and expand our relationship with McLaren for the 2019 racing season. Sponsoring McLaren will allow us to create unique consumer experiences around the world." Next news: Gasly surprised by the extent of track evolution. Pierre Gasly admits that he was surprised by the severity of the track evolution during qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix. The Frenchman was caught out by the improving conditions and dropped out in Q1 as times rapidly tumbled towards the end of the opening qualifying session. Gasly is set to line up in 17th position for Sunday's race, while Red Bull teammate Max Verstappen slotted himself between the two Ferraris for 4th place. "We've been quite optimistic," Gasly told Sky Sports F1. "We didn't expect so much track evolution and the fight to be so close. It's pretty tough because I felt good in free practice 3 and I was happy with my last lap. I was 1.5 tenths behind Max, but the track evolution was big, which was quite a surprise. We're clearly not where we would like to be, but slowly, session after session, we're going in the right direction." Overall, Mercedes and Ferrari are pretty fast and Haas was around us during FP3, so let's see. Gasly also started last year's race in Melbourne from the back of the field when he raced with Red Bull's junior outfit, Toro Rosso. The 22-year-old is expecting to have a tough race on Sunday as he looks to recover from his low starting position for the energy drink squad. Unfortunately, it's going to be a tough race. Last year there was 4 overtakes in the race, so starting from where we are, it's going to be a difficult one, he said. "It's a tough day, but we need to stay positive, and tomorrow it will be all about getting experience with the car and recovering some positions." Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to share and subscribe to your channel to get the latest sports news around the world. Wished health and success. Goodbye.